my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here then welcome to my channel, and today's video is going to be my Winter 2025 TBR. One of my reading goals for the new year is to make my TBRs easy on myself, and you know, maybe I'll actually complete one of them one day. So today I am going to choose 3 books, which is about 1 book per month of the winter season. I will have the content warnings that I can find linked down below in the description along with links to some resources, and let's go ahead and get into it. And we are going to start this TBR off with a book from my 2023 Winter TBR, which is Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. And this follows our main character who is ready for a fresh start as she feels like she has never really fit in anywhere. However, she ends up putting her future on pause to take care of her fragile mother, and by doing so, she ends up meeting the charming new recruit of her brother's hockey team who seems like he is hiding something. And after witnessing a murder, she agrees to go undercover for an FBI investigation of a dangerous and lethal new drug. Like I said, this was from my 2023 Winter TBR, and I don't believe that's the only TBR that it's been in, if I remember correctly. So it's been one that I've been wanting to read for a very long time now. I also don't read a lot of thrillers, and that kind of feels like an understatement, so this will be different for me, and I'm not actually sure how that's going to go. But the description sounds really good, and I feel like I've heard a lot of really good things about this book. So if there's a book that I feel like is going to get me into thrillers, or at least be a thriller that I really enjoy, I feel like it is going to be this one. But either way, I have definitely grown to enjoy a good mystery in my reading life, so this should be a good time. Next, we have a book from my 2024 Winter TBR, which is Babel, an Arcane History by R.F. Kuang. And this follows our main character who has trained for years so that he can finally enroll in Oxford's Royal Institute of Translation, also known as Babel. Babel specializes in silver working, which finds the meaning lost in translation through magical silver bars. This is something that the British Empire has used to colonize and become unparalleled in power, which as a Chinese boy who was raised in Britain, this is something that our main character struggles with. And he soon finds himself caught in between Babel and a secret organization who is working to sabotage the silver working. I am so sad that I didn't get to read this book in 2024, or really any books by this author in 2024. Because one of my reading goals from that year was to get into this author, but it just didn't happen, but maybe it can happen in 2025. I am so excited for the dark academia vibes here. I mean, just look at the cover. As long as this book embodies what is on this cover in terms of atmosphere, we're gonna get along. And we're probably gonna get along anyway, because I am very excited for the magic and the fantasy in here, and I'm also really interested in the setting and the themes as well. And just based off of the description, I feel like my hopes are super high for this, and like, I didn't have that many 5 stars in 2024, or at least I didn't have as many as I wanted to and have had in the past, so hopefully that changes in 2025, and I would love for this book to be a part of the reason why it does. And finally, we have a new 2025 release that is coming out in early March, which is Oathbound by Tracy Deonn, which is the 3rd book in the Legendborn cycle. And Legendborn follows our main character who, after the death of her mother, was accepted into a residential program at UNC. And this seems like it's going to be a good escape from everything that is going on in her life up until she witnesses an attack by a magical creature on her first night on campus. This attack introduces her to a secret society of Legendborn, who are the individuals who hunt down these creatures. And it also introduces her to a powerful mage who is calling himself Merlin, and this mage attempts to wipe her memory of what she just saw. But his failure to successfully do so ends up unlocking her own magic and a hidden memory from the night her mother died. Our main character then has to decide how far she is willing to go to get the truth. The Legendborn cycle has been one of my favorite book series ever since I read Legendborn like 3 years ago now, and I really loved that book, and I also really loved and got super invested in its sequel, Bloodmark. And I have been waiting for this 3rd book ever since I finished that 2nd one, and it's finally happening. I love these characters. I miss them. I also just really love the writing style. This is one of those series that just feels so well thought out and executed. Like, it's definitely one of the best YA fantasy series that I have ever read, and it's pretty high up there. And again, I really love all of the fantasy and the magic, and I love how all of that's incorporated in with the very real world things that are in here. And I love how this story plays off of the King Arthur legends, which was one of my favorite things when I was a kid. And I feel like this series has given my inner child everything that they've ever looked for when it comes to that while also making present day me very happy. I'm also very much interested and invested in the romance and just interested and invested in everything, honestly. And I'm probably gonna need to look up some sort of recap before I read this third book just to make sure that my brain is fully prepared. But Oathbound is definitely another book that I could see being such a huge 5-star read for me in 2025. Okay, so that is all that I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and answer the question that'll be around here if you want to do that. And hopefully I will see you here next time. Bye!